What's going on YouTube? It is Darian, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. We are back with another video on today. On this channel, we talk about fragrances and fashion, man. It's what we really get into. The smelling good and the looking good. So if that sounds interesting to you, I want you to go ahead and click the subscribe button and take another quick second if you don't mind, and make sure you tap that bell icon as well. That way you get notified every time I upload new content and it comes directly to you in your feed. So guys, on today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 12 fragrances in my collection that I've acquired over the last maybe 2 months or so that I have found in the rack stores. Now, if some of you don't know what the rack stores are, these are the bargain stores like TJ Maxx, Burlington, what's the other one? Marshall's, places like that. So places where you can find fragrances at a heavily discounted price. And I have 12 fragrances today that I found in the rack stores over the last 2 months or so that I would definitely recommend to you guys at the price point that I got them for. All the fragrances on this list today are going to be under the $30 price point. Now, I do have one honorable mention on this list, and the only reason this is an honorable mention is it didn't cost me less than $30. I actually got this one for $34.99, and I'm going to tell you about that one as well. But this is going to be fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you want to hear what 12 fragrances that I would recommend from the rack stores, then you already know how we get down. Keep it locked right here. All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. We're going to go ahead and jump into the video. Before I get into the fragrances, I do want to remind you guys, I dropped a video last week about some of the best dress shirts that money can buy. If you guys have not seen that video, I highly recommend that you check it out. So I'm going to link it here or either down in the description box, whichever I remember to do when I'm editing this video. But I'm going to make sure that I link that video somewhere because I really want you guys to check that video out. As I always say, you guys may not be a person that feels like is as important to wear dress shirts, or you may not have to wear dress shirts, but there are certain occasions that just really call for you to have a nice dress shirt. And again, I like to give you guys recommendations on places that you can get dress shirts and other men's garments from, where you can get quality at a good price, and that's what these offer from Spear & McKay. I'm actually wearing a custom dress shirt from them today. I don't know if you guys can see. This one has my initials on it. I don't know. You might be able to catch that. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is a custom dress shirt I got. You can go the custom route, but we'll talk about that again at another time. But I'll link that video. But let's get into talking about the fragrances, okay? All right. Now, as I told you guys, the first one that I have on the list today, this one is an honorable mention. Now, it would have been a lot higher on this list, but I got it for $34.99. And the only reason it was $34.99 is because it is a larger bottle. And the fragrance I'm talking about is from the Lacoste L1212 line, and this one is called Magnetic. It comes in this nice blue bottle, and guys, I'm telling you, this is some good stuff. It really reminds me a lot of green Irish tweed from Creed when it starts to dry down, and I think that's just because it has violet leaf in it. And of course, green Irish tweed has a nice violet leaf or violet accord in that fragrance as well, so it kind of reminds me of that on the dry down. But guys, for $34.99, I highly recommend this fragrance. I wish I could have found it in a smaller bottle because I like all of my bottles to be the same size, but it is what it is. I'll take it for $34.99. So if you see this one in the rack stores, make sure you pick up Lacoste L1212 Magnetic. All right, guys, the next fragrance on this list, this one is from the House of John Barbados, and this one is the Nick Jonas fragrance. This one is the Crimson version. I think they have several that came from this particular line. I think they had one that came in a blue bottle and also silver, if I'm not mistaken. But guys, this one is good for the price. Now, I definitely wouldn't pay full retail for this thing, but for what you get, I think I paid, it might have been $29.99 for this one. if I'm not mistaken. But what you get for that price is really, really good. This is a nice fragrance, I would say, to wear in the fall and winter. It's very sweet. It has some very interesting notes in this one, if I can remember correctly. I think this has, might have coffee in it. I think it may have green apple. There's a rum accord in the opening. So yeah, definitely an interesting blend of notes. It's kind of fruity and sweet at the same time. But for the price, again, this is one I recommend. So if you see this one, if you like sweet, fruity kind of fragrances, this is one I would recommend you pick up as well. This is John Barbados from the Nick Jonas collection, and this is the Crimson bottle. All right, guys, and coming in at the, I guess this will be the, because these are in the order in which I like these fragrances, so I guess this will be the 11th spot. This one is from the house of Liz Claiborne, and this is Curve Wave. This is Curve Wave. Now, this fragrance came out a long time ago, man, but this is a nice fragrance for the price. You're talking about $14.99 that I paid for this one right here. Oh, man, it's got a nice sea breeze kind of accord, nice citrus opening. I think there's some mint in this as well. But again, for $14.99, guys, if you want to find something that's, again, I think it's worth it at that price point. This is something you can just get and spray in the summertime, go crazy with it, running errands, gym, whatever. But for the price, I think this was a great pickup. Again, this one is Curve Wave. All right, guys, and coming in at the 10th spot, this fragrance is from, it's Cool Water. It's called Cool Water Aquaman. Cool Water Aquaman. Of course, I know you guys know about the original Cool Water, whichever one compared to Green Irish Sweet, but this one is really, really nice, man. I think this one came out in 2020, so this is one of the latest releases from a lot of flankers that came from the Cool Water fragrance. A lot of fragrances, a lot of flankers released from the original, but this one is really, really nice for the price point. Again, I think this one was, it was either $14.99 or $19.99. I don't quite remember, but for that price, it's really, really good. It reminds me a little bit of the original Cool Water, but this one has a nice fruity opening. I think it has a green mandarin maybe in this. A little bit spicy in the heart. It's something about this kind of reminds me of a fougere to some degree. The dry down, I think, is very, very woody. I think Gaiac wood may be in this, but for the price, again, this is one I recommend. If you see this one, pick it up, especially if you like kind of those gentlemanly type fragrances. You know, with a little maybe fresh kind of blue twist to it. This is one that I would recommend as well. This is Davidoff Cool Water Aquaman. All right, guys, and coming in at the 9th spot, like I told you, these fragrances from the Lacoste L1212 line are popping up all over the place, and I really, really like them for the price point that you can get them at. Again, under that $30 price point, jump on these when you see them. In the 9th spot, this one is the one in the black bottle from the L1212 line. This one is Noir. Now, this one is, again, interesting as well. It has kind of this spicy thing going on. I think there's some spices in it like basil and things of that nature, but it opens up with this nice fruity accord from watermelon. Then on the base of it, it goes in a different direction. It starts to get some darker notes introduced to this composition, like dark chocolate. I think cashmere may be in this as well. So interesting fragrance, but it does smell really good. I think this one is one of those ones I paid about that $24.99 price point for, if I'm not mistaken. It was either $24.99 or $29, under 30 bucks again, like I said. But for that price, if you see it, pick this up. This will be a nice one that you can really wear most of the year. A lot of these Lacoste fragrances aren't that strong to really stand up to the cold, but again, with the note breakdown on this one, you could get away with it. Really wearing this one year round. So again, this one is L1212 Noir. All right, guys, and coming in at the 8th spot, this fragrance comes from the house of Perry Ellis, and this is Perry Ellis 360 White. 360 White. Now, I know you guys have heard about the red bottle, which gets most of the love from that whole 360 collection, which, again, the red one is really, really good, but please, guys, don't sleep on the white. I got this bottle right here, which is a, what is this, 100 mil? Yeah, 3.4 ounce, 100 mil for $12.99. This is one of the biggest steals on the list. But this has a nice fruity lime opening. What I like about it, It kind of has this nice, sweet dry down. It has some tonka bean in here, some musk on the dry down as well. I think even vanilla, man, this is a really good scent for $12.99. You can't beat it, man. So pick this one up if you see it. Perry Ellis 360 White. Guys, I'm coming in at the 7th spot on this list today. This fragrance is called Dsquared Wood for Him. Dsquared Wood for Him. Now, I had the original version of this fragrance, which I loved. It was in a more of a square bottle. And then I think they discontinued that line, and then I think they re-released it, if I'm not mistaken, and the new bottle presentations look like this. Now, I picked this one up from one of the rack stores in like a gift set, and so I had a smaller bottle of this for $29. And at that price point, it is absolutely worth it. It's a nice woody fragrance. Nice, it's sweet on the opening, but it has a nice kind of woody quality throughout the fragrance. Of course, as the name says, wood, D-squared on the dry down. It's a nice scent for the price. If you can get this at anything under that $30 price point, absolutely jump on this stuff because it's really good. It's a nice year-round scent, honestly, in my opinion. And again, at the $29.99 price point, I had to add this back to the collection because my other bottle of the original is about gone. So I was glad to see this come back and pop up in the rack stores for $29.99. Again, this one is called Wood Dsquared. All right, guys, and coming in at the 6th spot on this list today, I have a fragrance from the house of Burberry, and this is Burberry Brit Rhythm. Burberry Brit Rhythm. Now, I don't remember what year this fragrance was released, but what I will tell you is this. I like this fragrance a lot more than some of the more recent offerings from Burberry, like the Burberry Indigo. I did not really like that one. I have Burberry, Mr. Burberry in my collection, and I like this one even better than both of those fragrances. This is a nice, clean, spicy fragrance from Burberry. It's very spicy. I think it has basil in this. You know, basil is very herbal and spicy. To me, I think it may have some leather, some styrax, patchouli. A nice, like I said, spicy, woody fragrance, very masculine, and I like it for the price. This one was $29.99. I would definitely recommend if you see Burberry Brit Rhythm, because I think there's a Burberry Brit, but this is the Burberry Brit Rhythm. Get this one if you see it at the $29.99 price point. Pick this one up. All right, guys, and coming in at the 5th spot, we're going back to the house of Lacoste, back to that L1212 line, and this one is called Lacoste L1212 Eau Fraiche. Man, I really like this one. You know, it's funny. I've seen a couple of people talk about this one, and a few people kind of ripped this one apart, and I don't know why. Now, I want you guys to understand, sometimes you could get a bad batch. You could get a batch that is older, especially if you're getting fragrances that have been out for a while. Sometimes when the fragrances are really old and things of that nature, depending on how they're stored, sometimes you can get a bad batch, so I'm not sure. But I'm telling you, I'm a fan of this one. And I'm going to tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me a lot of Creed's Millesime Imperial. Trust me on that. It reminds me a lot of Creed Millesime Imperial. I'm not really sure how we arrived there from the note breakdown, because this has like lemon and a lemon cello accord. But again, if you see this one, this is another one that I paid $24.99 for. And this is a 3.4 ounce bottle. 3.3 ounce, I'm sorry, bottle. But pick this one up, man. If you like Millesime Imperial, fragrances like that, Sean John Unforgivable, then you'll like this one from Lacoste. Again, this is the Eau Fraiche. Coming in at the 4th spot on this list, guys, this is a classic fragrance. And it took me a while to add it to the collection, but I sampled it before, and I've always been meaning to get back around to picking it up, and I finally did, from the house of Burberry. This is Burberry For Men. I think this was the original release. This was released in the year of 1995. But to me, this fragrance is very classic. So it doesn't smell dated. I think it has sandalwood in this. I think some musk, vanilla. This is just a great classic scent. I think it has lavender in it as well. So it gives you that very gentlemanly, kind of sophisticated quality to it. The right amount of sweetness, not too sweet, but man, I really like this one. This is a nice year-round signature scent. If you want to wear this to work, if you work in an office environment, I would definitely recommend something like this, because it's just very nice, and to me it says very well put together. and I paid $29.99 for this one, and I definitely would buy this one again. I'm glad I finally added it to the collection because I really like this one, so that's why I made the 4th spot from the house of Burberry. This is Burberry For Men. All right, guys, and coming at the 3rd spot on this list today, we're going back to Lacoste, that L1212 line, and this one is Lacoste Blanc, or some folks call it Lacoste White as well. The bottle's white, so just know that one, the one in the white bottle. But beautiful scent, beautiful scent. Another one you can find for that between that $24 to $29 price point in the rack stores. If you see this, guys, pick it up. It's just a beautiful fragrance with some florals. Oh man, rosemary, ylang-ylang, tuberose are some of the notes in this one as well. But it's a nice, clean, fresh fragrance. I can see spring and summer staple in anybody's collection, so definitely pick this one up. This one gets the most love, so a lot of people probably know about this one, but guys, I definitely co-sign. Pick this one up if you see it. This is the Lacoste L1212 White or Blanc. All right, guys, and coming in at the number 2 spot on this list today, from the house of Mont Blanc, this is Star Walker. This is Star Walker, and man, this stuff is so good, man. If anybody that's been following my channel knows how much I love Lacoste, see, I'm saying Lacoste so much because there's so many Lacoste fragrances on this list, how much I love a Versace Man Eau Fraiche, and this reminds me a lot of Versace Man Eau Fraiche. I picked this one up. This is the 2.5 ounce bottle. I picked this one up for like $22, and that's just stealing. It's highway robbery to get this fragrance at that price point. Mont Blanc is a very underrated house. I'm gonna do a top 5 fragrances from the house of Mont Blanc pretty soon, but I love this one. I'm so glad I have this in my collection. It will be a staple for the spring, summertime. Again, very similar to Versace Man Eau Fraiche. I love this stuff. This one from the house of Mont Blanc is Star Walker. All right, guys, and coming in at the number 1 spot, I'm not gonna say anything else about this. I'm just gonna show you the bottle. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, this is Acqua Di Blue. I've told this story before, but I was scrolling through the rack stores and I saw a gift set with this in it, and it had I think the body wash and something else, I don't remember. Picked this up for $21.99. One of the best discoveries over the last year for me. When you talk about price, comparatively speaking to what you get in the bottle, this is one of the best, man. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It reminds me a lot of the best thing from Bleu de Chanel and the best from Dylan Blue. Mix it up in a bottle and you get this right here. So guys, please pick this up if you see it. Just get it. Just get it, just get it, just get it from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. This is Acqua Di Blue. Just get this stuff. All right, guys, that's it. That's my time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just gave you guys 12, actually 13 great recommendations to pick up in the rack stores if you see them, most of these under that price point of $30. As always, I appreciate your time and attention to these videos because, of course, I understand. You could have been doing something else. You didn't have to watch the video, and I sincerely appreciate you taking out a few moments to watch little old me talk about fragrances. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And go ahead and share these videos out, guys, to folks that you think could use this information or find me entertaining, because I'm your guy, the bow tie fragrance guy. I love looking good and smelling great. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.